Burgess here with Music Marketing TV. Today we are diving into SigMod and its multiband abilities. So SigMod by NUGEN Audio, might be NUGEN. I might have been saying this wrong the whole time. I've always thought it was pronounced NUGEN though, so that's what I'm going with. It has the ability to insert modules. If you click this little cog, you get all these modules. One of these abilities is the ability to add, if you click on the plus sign, a crossover module. The crossover module fundamentally will split the audio at some crossover point, and then it will send it to a receive module. And I've talked about the receive module before using the tap module inside of SigMod on this channel. So you can go check that out if you're like totally like what's going on. But what's cool about this is a lot of DAWs have the ability to do multi-band stuff. Even some other plugins do, but you're often limited to the number of bands. It's pretty common to see a limitation of 3, and then after that you have to do some fancy stuff. And there are other plugins out there that do more than 3, but SigMod makes this really easy. So say we've got this, and what's also interesting about SigMod is because they use a receive system, you can have this theoretically in the middle of everything, and you could have another one later on in the chain. And so you could have like multiple branches from one signal chain. I'm not going to go into that sort of an example right now, but that's also another reason why you might consider SigMod. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go with 4 bands just to go one past 3. So all you need to do for this is we're going to click the cog. We've got 1 crossover, we'll add a couple more. We'll add 3 of them specifically. Why 3? Well, there's going to be a crossover, and then whatever's left is going to come out this channel. So this channel will have the bass. And we're going to call that good. And I'm going to turn all of these on. So the way it works is it's going to shave off the high end and then pass the rest on. So we're going to set this first one to, well, let's just see. Let's do 10K. So 10K will be fine. 5K is fine. And then we'll split again at 2K, not 20, 2K. And then at the end, whatever's below 2K will be coming out of this channel. I'll set up 3 channels here, and I'm going to set them all up to be routed straight out of the master. So these are already going out. So all 3 of them are just going to go to the master instead of an extra bus. So we're going to call this one our, a high end. This will be our high mid. This will be our low mid. And then whatever comes out after this SigMod will be processed as the low end. So keep in mind there is a reverb in here. So I'm not going to be getting too crazy here with processing that deals with, distortion and those sorts of things. Okay, so here now we need to load up a receive module. So this is receive 1, and then we'll put up receive 2. And then we'll put up receive 3. These are just auto named. You could name them whatever you want. I believe you just double click them. Yeah. And you can rename them. Okay. So these are going to, let me show you how to look on the first one. You just go up, you click receive 1, boom. It's been selected. And now you know this is going here. And we're going to do that for receive 2 and receive 3. So now if we solo this channel, we can still hear it. And this is evident because when I soloed it, even though this channel is muted, the audio still comes in here and gets processed, and then it would get stopped afterwards. But because there's a SigMod sending, that's why we could still hear it, even though it's been muted on the main channel. So that's also just really nice behavior. Here's our high mid, low mid, and then our lows. And what I'm thinking here is this intro is just like an intro to get us started. And we could have all kinds of, sort of crazy things on these that slowly just turn off over time. And then at the end, we arrive somewhere, right? This is my multi-band idea. So maybe on this one, I have some sort of a chorus. So we'll grab one of those. We'll go with the kilohertz one for this one. I'll just leave it on the default. That's fine. On the low mids, let's go with the reverb. We'll go with Paragon for this. And just load it up. And let's find a big room's probably fine. Bring the decay way up. I think a big long one could be kind of cool. We'll bring the mic distance up, and we'll go to the IR, and we'll go to the, where are you, modifier, and we're gonna bring the low end up. And then back on the main tab, let's bring the size up and the brightness down. I don't know, it's just an idea right now. And then for the last one, do we want another chorus? Do we want a compressor? What do we want to do here? Let's just slap an OTT on it, just for fun. And we'll just leave it at default. So it's just gonna crush it. This one we might need to rein in a bit. Maybe we'll like do some parallel stuff here. And then the idea is over time, each one of these bands will get automated down and we'll have a cool thing. It's put them all sort of in the first available slot, which is not convenient. Let's move these all next to each other so this makes a little more sense. 1, 2, 3. We'll grab this one, we'll grab that one, and we'll grab the OTT. And we'll mix that one off as well. Over time, we could do it at different rates, perhaps. Maybe have the reverb come off first, the chorus come off last. And then there we go. We are jiving. And, you know, that's that easy. So you just add in your receives. I like to keep them just in their default state because it's really easy to just stack the frequencies. First one's the highest, and they progressively get lower, and they give you whatever is left above it. So, like, this will go from 5K to 10K. This will go from 2K to 5K. And it's taking care of for you. Now, you could, if you want, there is a limit. I forgot what it was, though. It's very large. It's like, what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it just keeps getting longer. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is the limit. So you can have 11 bands because you get these 10 crossovers. Or let's think about it. Yeah, you get these 10 crossovers and the one you're on is the lowest band. So you can have up to 11 bands, which is ridiculous. There's a lot of interesting things you could try doing with stacked setups like this. If you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know. What do you think of this? Do you prefer a different method or is this your method of choice? I find this to be fantastic, again, especially when I want to do this in multiple spots in a chain. You can get some really, really cool sound design that way. That would be more difficult if you want to go to higher bands and mess with higher band splitting methods. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.